had our premiere. I say our because we're all doing this together. We had our premiere on Sunday on Valentine's Day. And I'm just going to grab my phone here. Oh, there's a little thing flicking around that could become annoying. That's okay. Oh, it went away. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. There we go. I always have fun when I do these because it's always a surprise like, oh, is it on? Are we working? Okay, so let me just give everybody a minute to come on to here. And I want to welcome everybody. Make sure we are good. I'm not sure if we're good, but I'm going to check that in a minute. I've discovered that doing these kinds of beautiful shows for you, which I use a lot of props, and I'm usually doing this as a seminar or in person, I have a lot more table space, and I'm discovering that my teeny tiny stand-up desk thing in here is just not going to cut it. So I'm going to be needing some more things and get some different areas, but that's okay. So guess what today is, guys? I'm really, really excited. I thought, where is the best place to start with you guys to date your diet? So I am Lisa Berry, and I have been dating my diet for almost 2 decades, since 2006. I mean, prior to that, but it came to mind going, wow, I'm really in this like relationship with my food and spending a lot of time finding out how to have the most vitality, to have the most life force, to have this most romantic love affair with my life, but through food. And not just by eating it and consuming it, but like, oh, we're going to learn so many fun things. So today I thought, why don't we start from the top down? Not the super top. We're going to get to the brain another time. But today, you know that song, It's in His Kiss? Well, it's in our kiss. It's in our mouths. It is our oral hygiene that actually is a huge oral health issue. It's our entire bodies. It's our bodies affecting our teeth are affecting our bodies, our mouth, our gums, our tongue. I stick my tongue out, you guys. So we are absolutely talking about oral health today. You're going to love this. You're going to love this because if you are one of those people who are looking for that whiter teeth, well, first of all, pain reduction, maybe you have sensitive gums, maybe you have receding gums. I do that because I had one there and I was working on it and just giving it some love. And there are so many things that we do wrong. Yeah, there it is. Do wrong. So many people are concerned about, first of all, just politeness, having nice fresh breath, but for ourselves, what about tasting food? Sometimes I talked about this on Sunday, so if you want to go back and check that out too, how what's going on in here and in our guts can affect how we taste foods and what we start craving and what we start avoiding, what we start eating more of to get more. So right now, today, we are going to spend over half an hour on literally doing a makeover in your mouth. How about that? Okay, these are going to be some things I've probably never said before, but I'm just so excited. I am just going to take the moment because I would love to be able to see when you have questions or comments. And well, Yankee Doodle, I don't know why. I know I'm on the right channel. Enlightened Living. Everybody's here. Share this. Take the moment right now, if you guys can, to share this with somebody who you think and is struggling with some dental or mouth issues. I don't know why. I thought I was all being fancy pants and setting this up ahead of time, but I really want to make sure I can see your comments when you're coming through. So I will get this right in a while. It's just new. It's just new. Okay. Enlightened Living. Here we go. I'm live. Okay, good. Yay. All right. I'm going to turn me down so I can read your comments. Oh, there's people here. Okay, wonderful. Hello, good morning. Okay, Stacy, thank you so much for showing up. You're going through this might actually help you. And in fact, it will. You know what? Because you guys are here, this is makeover in your mouth. All right. Okay. You know what? Because we have some certain lovely people here, Suzanne and Melanie. Good morning. Good morning, Christina. Okay. Our mouths, so many things happening here. Really tied to, it's not going to be a surprise to you, it really tied to our gut health, our biome, what goes on there. If you've had surgery, if you're on prescriptions, if you're taking an antibiotic, if you are consuming all of those things, let me tell you, that's affecting your mouth. That's affecting your mouth health. And so I have a few key important things, what I want to share with you the most. I'm looking at all my fun things around me. And so I am going to pull this little guy up. Of course, it's pink. It's a pink straw. First and foremost, I would love for you, if anything, if anything, at the end of this time together, to walk away now knowing and understanding that your teeth, each and every one of these little chiclets, they are living organisms. They are not just bone. You communicate with them. There's living tissue each and every one of them. This is so valuable, so important, because on a very deep, beautiful connection level, your energy is talking, it's sharing this communication and this relationship with each and every one of your teeth. You might have actually had a fun time in seeing that each tooth has a meridian and it relates to certain parts in your body, certain organs, certain things like that. But there is a conversation going on. It is important for you to understand what your teeth are needing and what you are giving to your teeth. So I'm going to bust some myths here today, and I'm going to give you some tips. I myself have not, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you, I would recommend that everybody see a holistic dentist, go to holistic, search out holistic dentistry if you're going to do this. I myself have not been to a dentist for over 20 years. I even remember the one point I had braces growing up twice. And Tomas, if you're here when you hear, he'll share that too, that he has. So you don't often meet people with braces. And it was a nightmare experience for me. I suffered so much as a young child, teenager, with those braces, trying to choose, like, find out if that's a good, what happened. There it is. But what I do know is that I had a bar and behind my teeth after the whole thing, and I was done with typical, conventional dentistry at the time. And that even when I was supposed to get it out when I was 18, I never did. It popped. I was on my way to a seminar, and one side popped, so sticking up, and I actually just I ripped the thing off. I do not recommend doing that, but cemented in on the other side. And then for the next, that was in 2009 or something, 2010. I thought, how can I take even better care of my teeth? And this is where the journey starts. Biggest thing with teeth is that we think, well, now that you know that they're living, in case who knew that, who did not know that your teeth are already living and have living tissue inside them, and who is this new tooth? I hold the straw up here with great respect and love. You got to imagine each one of your little teethies in there, they're like a straw. And also think about, which I couldn't bring a tree in for you, but they're a tree and a tree. So imagine this is the tree trunk with the root system. And you are not only drawing up nutrients like a tree from each capillary that's in there and each little canule, like a little straw that's going up in there, but you are also pushing things into your bloodstream and your body from your mouth. So this is a two-way street. It's so important. We also have so many beautiful, the biome that's in your mouth is having a conversation. They're having a little chat with all the other bacteria in your body. It is communicating. So if you have candida, if you have a yeast infection, if you have, a thrown system somewhere, it's affecting up here as well. And this is affecting down in your gut. So this is like, I so value, this is my most important, I'm so excited to share that with you, is all these reasons that you might be experiencing something in your mouth, be it the way it smells, tastes, maybe you have funny taste. Maybe we're gonna be talking about all these kind of things. Maybe you're thinking, why is my tongue always coated? Why do I have a film? Why am I having so much extra saliva? Why do I have a dry mouth? These things they're not affect. Of course, they're symptoms. They're letting you know that something's going on. So it's really important for you to listen, just like in any relationship. It's important for you to listen and say, yeah, that's what's going on. I want to share with you right now. So thank you so much, guys. I'm just so happy that you're here. This is such an important thing. I talk a lot. You guys know this. Maybe you talk a lot. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're a mouth breather. Maybe you close your mouth. But the air that's circulating it is not always the culprit of why you may be experiencing a dry mouth, which may lead you to have dry lips or bite. Because your mouth is dry and sticky. Sticky is the worst. Sticky is the worst thing in the world because bacteria and everything stick to it too. We're going to talk about tartar. We're going to talk about oil pulling. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff right now. Saltwater rinses to adding essential oils, swishing, and not only oil pull, but pulling with a sauerkraut, raw fermented juice. But one thing I wanted to share with you is that what really, really, I knew I needed to do something around oral care is my mother growing up was very ill all my life. She took 27 pills. I remember counting them at different times. There's just prescriptions, and this is for that, this is for that. And she would get dry mouth from different prescriptions. You may even be getting dry mouth from mouthwash, the alcohol that's in there and all the chemicals. So she had such dry mouth. We called it cotton ball mouth because it tastes like, she said, it was like having cotton balls in your mouth all the time. And this might even be if you have had surgery and you've been under, and just the chemical that's coming up in your body needs to get rid of it, or you're going through maybe your work environment. Maybe you're a painter. I don't know, I'm just throwing these things out there. Maybe you're working with chemicals and fumes around. You work you're a mechanic. As your mouth becomes that dry and you're missing that lubrication, that protection, and you can bite it or chomp on it. And my mother had such scar tissue. It was painful for her to speak. And that is a really painful relationship to have with your mouth. And so that became one of my things. I really wanted to help heal her and her mouth. And a lot of things we do, of course, I love beauty. I like to look good. And we can get really concerned about the color of our teeth. And we think that we need to whiten our teeth, but you can only whiten your teeth from inside. If your teeth are discolored on the outside, it's not your teeth that are discolored. It's the plaque that's on them. And the plaque is discolored from whatever you're eating. It could even be healthy things like blueberries or drinking red wine well, I'm going to say tea because I like tea, but these things can stain the tartar and plaque that's building up on our teeth, but it is not your actual tooth. That comes from within. That comes from beautiful. And we'll talk about what you can eat to help that. So I know I'm throwing a lot at you. I'm just going to check in right now. I do speak quickly. So glad this is recorded and on the replay. But in the end, I am going to teach you, when you walk away today, you will know how to oil pull, and you'll know what that is and all that good stuff, and have a nice, healthy start that you can do for your oral health care here. So now we know about the straw. I can put this down, make some room on my little tiny, teeny desk here. We now know that your teeth are living, and they're doing some important things. Let's talk about the basic thing. Saliva, like saliva in your mouth. That is your teeth, your bath. It's your stream. It's the way you are bathing and having the saliva run over all your beautiful teeth and nourishing them. When people are drinking things like, which I love, lemon water, love that. You're sipping on them all day long, or you're constantly drinking. It could be anything. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you're drinking all day long, if it's not pure, clean water, you're bathing your teeth in that. You're changing the enzymes that are in saliva. Saliva carries enzymes. Where have we heard that word before? Enzymes. Digestive enzymes? It might be something. So saliva is a crucial, important part of our digestion and how we break food down and how we can activate the things in the foods that we're choosing. Remember, the most beautiful saying that I love saying, the beautiful saying that I love saying is how to blossom into that energetic being that you are meant to be, because the nutrients exist in the foods that you choose. Now, if you can't access them, which is what we talked about last time about being nutritionally unavailable, then you're like starting at a false start here. You're way behind. So think about your spit. Think about your saliva, and you can taste. Now, I'll share with you this. You're going to be able to taste differently. The cleaner your mouth becomes, the more balanced your mouth becomes. I don't really want us to get confused between clean and balanced. Balanced and clean might be new. I don't mean fresh. We're gonna find out how to do fresh really healthy in a minute. But balance is one of the most important things. You want to get your saliva secreting when you just naturally, because that's what it does. And when you salivate, when you think of delicious, yummy foods, when well, I'm going to say this anyway. Here we go. Even when you're nauseous, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm going to throw up, and you salivate. It's because your body knows it needs a cleanse. It's going to get rid of something. So think a lot about your saliva and how you are affecting the balance with everything you eat and drink and put in your mouth. So number one thing, I want to see if that said anything to anybody. Oh, yay, Stacy. Yes, exactly. So, okay. So everybody's got saliva, so that was an easy one to talk about, right? A few other things that we can talk. We can talk about cavities and stuff. I don't have enough time to go into that much depth, but I will say that you can, depending on where you are with your current state of mouthness, oral hygiene, and everything like that. We can work with cavities. Don't think that you have to run out and get them filled. That's like just remember this. Every time you fill and cap something, you're capping it. You've just stopped this tooth from being able to have that two-way street, right? Of pulling nutrients up and putting them down. And there's going to be different situations that require different things. But let's walk through a nice, beautiful thing. So you've got your saliva. So you've maybe had a meal. Do not brush your teeth right after a meal. Stop, okay? You need that saliva to mix and mingle and have that conversation with the beautiful foods that you just ate. Even if it's a bad food, you need your saliva to bathe that tooth and cleanse it. That's a cleansing thing, okay? So you can swish with your, even like, I don't even want you to swish, with water, maybe, you can remove debris. That's what I like to call this. If you want to get something stuck in your tooth and, a seed or whatever, big chunks, sure, go ahead. You know what? Swish with water, remove the debris, but just give that 20 minutes, not long. And you don't want to digest anyways. You want to enjoy your food, right? So, and this also goes prior to your food. If you're brushing your teeth right before eating, you're just standing there naked. Those teeth are naked. And they can't be naked on a date right away like that or never. So what you want to do is make sure that your tooth is clothed and bathed in beautiful saliva, and that saliva is healthy and balanced. If you're having some gut issues, and people on the show right now are sharing with me that, their gut health is thrown. So my first thing, okay, first thing we can do, I just have a Himalayan sea salt, right? You can make a saltwater rinse. This is beautiful. It's perfect. It's cleansing, it's balancing, it's healthy for your system to have anyways. You're rinsing, you're spitting. Okay. First little cleanse there. Secondly, if you want to add a probiotic, I have here, this is sauerkraut. You can see that you get juice in the raw sauerkraut here. I've just got your regular brand here. This may not be it is raw, but I don't know if this is the organic one. I've got about 5 jars of sauerkraut in my fridge. I like to have different, I always switch up brands of sauerkraut, by the way, because each cabbage patch is going to be grown in a different location. I try to get them local, but have a different bacteria that I'm going to want, right? I want my system to have different bacteria, probiotics, right? So you can use the water in here, and it has the artesian salt, from salt from your well water. So you can be rinsing with a probiotic solution that, or even if you have a probiotic capsule, you can open it up, put it in your water, and then swish around and really hold it there. So we've swished, right? We've now removed debris. How you want to brush your teeth? Super gentle, like think of that soft kiss. Just kiss your teeth with your toothbrush. Be very gentle with your teeth. Longer is better than hard and fast, right? That's abrasive. You're going to tear your gums. You're not going to be even able to see this. Thankfully, our gums are just so teeny tiny, one little layer of skin basically, that they can heal quickly. However, we want to be gentle with them, and we want to protect what's under there. So you're already setting the beautiful stage. You're removing the debris. You're being very kind with your teeth. You're changing your chemistry. You're changing your chemistry within your mouth just by doing this. Once you've removed the debris, flossing. We'll talk about flossing. If you find that you really do have some gum bleeding going on, continue your flossing regardless. In 3 days, you're going to notice that's gone. If you're not in the habit of flossing and it's new, it's what it is that you're going to be removing little chunks of tiny tartar that's moving into plaque. And as you chip it away, your gums are going, I was attached to that. Breakups, right? The breaks up are hard. Breaking up is hard to do. So what you can do is be really kind and take your dental floss and put a little drop of essential oil on it. I love clove for this. It's strong and pungent, really helpful if you have cavities and you want to get into there. But cinnamon's nice, peppermint's fresh. So you're really putting that oil on your piece of dental floss and then flossing, right? Spitting, never swallow that. Ugh, gross. If you're like a stick person, and you're not using the floss, but the tools that they have, spit that out. Do not swallow that. That's got toxins. You're removing impurities. Now for the next fun thing. Tongue cleaning. Let me just check it in here. Yum, sauerkraut. Yes. Okay. So Your tongue is, ooh, that's a big part of your relationship with your oral health. One thing I love, and we talk about, tongue clearing. You don't have to get a fancy tool. I mean, they're cheap, they're everywhere, but use the back of a spoon. You have spoons. You can just go to the kitchen. Don't say I can't do this right yet and everything. Just go to your kitchen, get your spoon. And if you have a silver spoon, who has silver plated spoons, not just aluminum, but that is actually so super microbial and stuff. So there's a good way of using your silverware. Pull out your silverware and have a little fancy time with your tongue. Okay. I'm gonna laugh when I hear these back. So what you're doing is scraping and getting rid of. You are not, again, swallowing any of this stuff. As you scrape your tongue, be gentle. Do it, like I said, gentle and longer. You have to do more times than do it, but you want to be very scraping it off, getting rid of it. If you still have dairy in your diet, you're going to find that your tongue gets coated so much more quickly and like a lot. What it is that you are this film of that your saliva has been in there, and little bacteria all are in there. And it's just as important as brushing your teeth. Your tongue is actually probably more important. Now, I won't get crazy on this one, but go as far back as you can. If you have a little bit of a gag thing, just get closer and closer as you can. You'll get there. Don't worry. And hopefully you have your tonsils. Tonsils are lymphatic tissue. Lymphatic meaning your sewage system, your immune system. It's beautiful. So when you gargle, that's when you really want to be able to have beautiful, we'll tell you about this in a minute, the oil pulling stuff, sitting and helping your tonsils be nice and clean and clear with your saliva. And each little tooth, remember, it has its own little channel for its lymphatic system as well. So we're cleaning our tongue. Everything's all nice and clean. We have no more debris in there, and our saliva is all happy. And from here, see, the thing, like, a lot of people think that cavities are from sugars on the teeth. Yeah, that's not good to have. We don't like that. But it's from what you're eating and sending back up. So if you're diabetic, if you're having a lot of insulin spikes and you're eating sugar and you're carbing out, that is worse. That is what's causing some cavities from within. So super important to know that diet could be causing the cavities, not just like what you're eating and putting into your mouth, but having a clean mouth. It's a two-way street. This is why it's awesome. It's not just for looks. Your teeth aren't just for looks. So we got it. I'm so excited to get to this part. So I have here showing you now my coconut oil. It's a bit chillier in my house. It's hard, but I'm going to show you this. This is raw on cold pressed coconut oil. There you go. Coconut oil. We use coconut oil. You can use other oils as well. You can use sesame seed oil and olive oil. You can use any oil, right? Or avocado oil, but coconut oil has a beautiful thing in there, and it actually helps to not kill. That's a horrible word, but reduce your yeast and stuff. It's really super healthy. It's antimicrobial, bacteria, all those good stuff. So you've got your coconut oil. This is a teaspoon. I'm probably a little bit low on what I should have here. I just didn't want to fall. You want to take a bigger chunk than that. Start off where you can. You put it in your mouth. I like to chew it up. You're chewing it up. Chew. And it's going to become liquidy, right? Or you start off and you have liquidy. So you're liquid. You get it in there. Now, I know it's going to sound like a long time at first, but you are going to build up. You're going to make your way to 15 to 20 minutes. And honestly, you won't even be able to in the first time. I mean, congratulations if you can. That means you got really strong jaws and pulling. But by the time you put that in there and you're really getting going, you're pulling it through, and you're gently brushing. You're gently oiling up and scrubbing. And oh my gosh, if you guys want whiter teeth, you're doing that. That is, oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to. This is actually a challenge. Okay, you'll notice it already in a week, but for 2 weeks, let's everybody try this. You're going to start pulling, and you're only going to be able to do it maybe a minute, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. Do it for as long as you can, because these muscles, have you ever tried to blow up a balloon after you haven't blown up a balloon forever, like from kids' parties and stuff? And you go, oh, so it's different. Your mouth's doing something different. It's actually strengthening, and it's really good for a facelift too, because you're really going to, lift everything up. So it's also going to, any tension, if you have TMJ, if you've got, you're grinding your teeth and you're doing so, you're stressed, any neck issues and stuff, oil pulling is going to help reduce all of these things. And as you do this, it is getting into nooks and crannies that you cannot get into. You can't. I have flossed, brushed debris. Oh, and I want to say one thing back on the brushing. So don't ever do this. You always are brushing away from the gums. right? You're just removing debris, very gently sweeping. So when the oil goes in there and you're sucking it through each and try to like go through each and every tooth and the bottom and be really conscious about this. First of all, super moisturizing. Like if you have dry mouth right now, you're thinking this. In fact, right before I would do any speaking event, I would always have a little bit of coconut oil and I would just do a quick little one, like not my 15, 20 minutes. I'm just doing it just to moisturize and lubricate in there so I don't trip over I talk so fast that I trip over my own tongue. So as you're pulling, you're scrubbing. So you're removing tartar buildup, plaque buildup and tartar. You're breaking down stuff. It has acids. It's fatty acid. It has the acids that are breaking down and scrubbing all your other bad fats and stains. And that's what's going to help you. And you're nourishing at the same time. So your teeth are sucking that up and taking that in. Very important, again, you are spitting this out. But where are you spitting it? You are not spitting this out down the sink. It's a no. So you are going to be spitting this. It sounds gross, but whatever. Have a little container and then dump it into your beautiful garden, get it outside. Just don't, just do not, it will clog your sinks because it's oil and it's going to harden. So just don't spit it down your sink. Garbage, throw it in, spit it in the garbage. So the fun thing about that, it has pulled out so many impurities from your mouth. Your eating experience is going to be so different. You are strengthening your relationship with your food by doing this new simple technique that there's no reason why you can't do this. Now I'm just gonna check in here. Health from the inside. Yay. Terry, hello. It's a fun show. I know that some people, I'm, like I said right from the start, I'm not a chef. It's not about me being this great cook. It's about understanding the relationships that we have with our food. It is about falling in love with the right food for you. Now, I'm going to really get you to fall in love with this oil pulling. It gets really fun. Okay, so you're oil pulled. Great. Okay, I love it. But you kind of want to, maybe some people, I've never been this person to do this, but mouthwash, people will use mouthwash. No, we're not using mouthwash. Why would we? Because we have essential oils. And for different reasons, for different things. I actually like lemon. I put lemon in my oil. I put a few drops in my thing and I have this like lemony mouth, but it's still oily and it's healing and it's adding vitamin C. Vitamin C for your gums. Woo! That's some good stuff. You want that. That's like, it's so good. It's so healthy for you. You can use rose, which is beautifying, right? I think peppermint, if you're looking for that fresh spearmint. Spearmint's the one I use. I like the spearmint over peppermint. Now, if you want to get into, I also love cinnamon. Cinnamon and clove. Clove is known back in the day, and they might still do this actually, when they did extract teeth, they would put poultices like gauze soaked with clove to help with any infection and cavities and things like that. So clove, if you are dealing with a cavity, you got a little thing going on, a little sensitivity, use clove. Clove and cinnamon are going to be the best. I use more the lemon just for fun and wake me up and everything, and the spearmint for the fresh breath. Cinnamon, clove. Some people don't like the smell of clove. Some other people don't, if you're around people and they don't like the smell of clove, then, you're going to choose. But it is so fun choosing what essential oil. But it's not just for you to have a great taste in your mouth. It's not just for somebody else to smell. These have healing properties. And when you pull them through with your coconut oil and you're pulling with this, all of that is feeding each and every one of them. And the fun thing about having white teeth, which is tricky. So I drink red wine, I drink black tea. Oh my gosh, blueberries, seaweed, green, like there's so many dark pigmented things that I eat. I can't believe it. I'm not happy that I still have white teeth. And actually, I'm kind of doing a little bit, I'm being full transparent here. I'm kind of doing, what is it called? A glamour trick, because when you do have pigmented lipstick on, it does make your teeth look a little bit whiter. So I'll take one shade off for you. Okay. So, but that's good to know, you have these tricks when there's certain events. Being gentle with, oh my gosh, it's already been half an hour. Okay, I got to squeeze in when I can. So once we do this, you're going to, first of all, notice you're going to be happy. You're going to have a fresher feeling mouth, and your saliva is now, like we said in the beginning, is now going to be able to be activating the different nutrients that you're pulling into your body. You are now going to be affecting your gut biome. Now we're going to talk about gut biome as well. Just checking all these things here. Okay. Yeah, when you talk about brands, I've tried so many different ones. Gosh, there's so many different ones, Stacy. Why don't I do this? I'll put a list of some of them that I've tried. I mean, you do want to make sure that it's not aromatherapy massage oil. First and foremost, let's say that this is not an oil that's already been mixed with another oil for massage for topical use. You are using a pure essential oil to do this. There's so many that I could mention, but I don't know what I'm allowed to say on this channel. So let me get my permission to say what I can say, and I will put that in the link below so that you guys can see that. With the enzymes, food. Okay, yes. Okay, fun thing to say. This is an opportunity now with your fresh mouth and your gut, and we're going to work with the gut and your mouth now. You're going to think, you know what? I don't know what you're going to think. You're going to let me know what you think about this. We chew on food. We're chewing food. We're eating food, and that's sitting on our teeth. Maybe we're the worst diet in the world. Maybe we're eating fried foods and I don't even know, just carving out and eating bad stuff and flours and stuff like that. A poultice is a mixture of things that we make sometimes and just lay it on something and let those nutrients soak in. What I would love for you to do, because I love my herbs, is get some basil, let's start with a really easy one, mint. It's a weed. It grows wild everywhere. That is so cheap. Get a bunch of mint, fresh mint preferably, and just put it in just chew on it. Chewing tobacco, almost like you're just chewing on it. And all that beautiful green phytochemicals are going to be soaking into your saliva as you swallow them and right directly into your digestive system, but also feeding through to your gums and through into that capillary, into that straw. So chewing, I didn't have this is almost pathetic that I have this to show you, but you know what I mean? It actually looks like 4-leaf clovers, but you know what? You're just literally taking a little ball of it and sitting there and just chewing and letting it soak in, letting that beautiful green juice and all those nutrients soak in. Horsetail is amazing for this. Horsetail, again, wild. Why you want to eat tender, fine sprouts, if you are doing sprouts, if you're doing clover, or why can't I think of a sprout that's so popular right now, like the baby broccoli sprouts, and I am drawing a blank. You know what? The pea shoots. Pea shoots, they're so easy. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. So pea shoots, you're grabbing, these are so alkalizing. Oh my God, this is what's so good for you. Very alkalizing, beautiful for your blood, beautiful for your health. They're going to help you stop cravings as well. They're going to energize you, and they're also going to help build up. Here's the trick. You're not getting calcium from milk. You're getting it from these beautiful, tender, young green sprouts and vegetables and things like that you are feeding. Now we're into the matrix. Now we're into the bone matrix. You are healing your teeth and building them up by chewing on and eating and consuming those beautiful green sprouts. You've got horsetail is one of my favorite ones. And it's chewy and munchy and stuff like that. We're going to get into the spring here soon in summer. So we're going to have some new, fresh, young, tender greens growing. So we're going to really get into that as we go along the series here. But just think about if you're sipping on lemon water all day or apple cider vinegar, that you're just, like I said, you've got to replace this beautiful stuff. You want to rebalance that saliva and replace and do all these fun extra things. Chewing on mint is so fun to me that I keep them in a little container in the car as my mints. That's my mint, like my, what do you call those things? Like gum, like thingies, right? Breath mints. There you go. Breath mints. So I'm just keeping mint leaves, and I'm chomping on them. I'm chewing on them. Lemon basil is one of my favorite ones. And the healing properties in it just go on and on and on. Oh, I meant to bring apples. Okay. So a slice of apple as well. If you were somewhere and you couldn't brush your teeth and you're like, oh my gosh, what should I do? You know what? A beautiful organic apple, just even having a slice and just having that, it just reactivates all the enzymes in your mouth and in that saliva, and it has a gentle scrub. It's got some pectin in there. It's really good for you. So there are so many healthy foods. Gosh, I wish I had the apple right now. What I did pull out, is that was the capsule I was going to show you for probiotic and dumping it into stuff and swishing it. Vitamin D, making sure you're really taking your vitamin D and having foods that consume this. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to run out of time, I want to check in here's any comments or. Oh, good. Terry has been doing the coconut pulling. Yes, please share with me if you have been doing coconut oil pulling, and if you've added any essential oils, and which ones have you used that added that you felt was a big difference. Clove, da, da, da. And okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm caught up on all this. Get your blood glucose. Oh, who's this wonderful? Yes, Christina. Please, please, please get your blood glucose tested if you're having any periodontal issues. Our mouth health can be one of the first indicators of diabetes. You are beautiful for saying this. Just gave a talk about this to dentist. Oh, Christina, that is wonderful. I would love to hear some of those beautiful things. That is something that, is, I'm going to say it's new, that we're new and we're just talking about this. The blood sugar levels, it is really a lot about, I have one more thing to say. Okay. Blood sugar levels has a lot to do with our mouth health. And when our mouth isn't feeling good, it plays a role in what we choose to eat. Oh, I can't eat that. That hurts. Oh, it hurts when I chew on this side. That tooth sensitive. I can't eat seeds. Or, well, that's why we also want to soak our seeds. Remember, we're soaking our nuts and seeds so that not only we have access to our things, but also so it softens them a little bit and allows them to not be so hard, as we can enjoy our food. I won't go too much into this one, but checking blood glucose levels and knowing if you have fillings, and if they're the mercury kind, the silver fillings, if you've got that. And as I've talked about before, there's herbs. Again, we're back to herbs that will help you with heavy metal detox, cilantro, basil, things like that. Certain nuts will help as well. So right now, let's just do this for the last little 4 minutes here. Oil pulling. This is where you're going to start. You're going to start with the most basic thing. Two things. I would like you to start getting that tongue at least once a day. Do not forget the tongue. Okay. So you're removing debris. You're clearing the tongue. Maybe you're just doing a salt water rinse first. Salt water rinse first. Removing debris, clearing the tongue, getting in there with floss with a bit of oil if you need it, and then getting that coconut oil and starting your thing. Even have a little journal. Go to this live and say, keep coming back every day. Okay, today I oil pulled for 3 minutes. Today I 7 minutes. You can be having a shower, having a phone chat, checking messages, reading an article, listening to a podcast while you're pulling, so it can distract you a little bit if you're finding, but just don't forget to pull. Sometimes I'll think, I'll just do my makeup, but then I'm actually stopping pulling and it's just sitting there and I'm like, darn it, I just lost that 3 minutes. So just be mindful to keep swishing and keep pulling and keep doing this. And then that's your homework. That is your homework to date your diet. That's your next date. You're going to have a date with this mouth here. You're going to have a beautiful freshness. You're going to share with us how you're feeling about it. And if you ever think about it, just even while you're pulling, I'm asking you to do a lot of things here, but to do a gentle lymph massage. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you. Let's just do this. You're just touching your neck. You are not pressing or massaging because you don't want to collapse that lymph. You are just gently, almost tickling, just massaging your neck as you do this. It's a beautiful love. I mean, we're dating our diets. Come on, we have to have beautiful touch here, right? And so we're pulling, we're doing all these beautiful things and we're spitting it out. We're making sure it's not in there. And I would love to hear from you. Share with me how your tasting things changes. Let me know how that is changed for you. And you know what? It actually helps your sinuses too. So as you're pulling and removing this stuff and clearing out that mouth, your sinuses are going to open up and they're going to shift and you're going to be able to smell your food better. Imagine being able to smell your date, and how beautiful, and the aromas, and that really activates your salivary glands as well. So you're going to be secreting that saliva. Wow. Can I squeeze a lot in? So I'm so hoping that you get so much from this. And yes, a plant mince. Yes. Oh, perfect, Suzanne. That's wonderful. Yes. We're going to have so many little gardens, like kitchen farming here soon. So, thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really enjoy talking about oral health. If there's an aspect in your world, your body, I'm going to be covering skin, dry brushing your skin. We'll be talking about brain. We'll be talking about how your stomach works. So if you've got a peptic ulcer, if you've got gastric issues, GERD, things like that, that's what you can expect when you tune in to Dating Your Diet on the Enlightened World. No, it's not Enlightened. It's Enlightened Living Network. I got to remember that I'm on this one, on this channel, but subscribe to both. Subscribe to them all. We're all here helping you really have this beautiful relationship and communication so that your soul can have that experience that it wants, that it needs, that it's like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. Don't let anything of your body stop you from having the most beautiful spiritual experience here. That's what we're here to do. We're here to make sure this body is functioning beautifully and you're falling in love with foods and the world around you. And so if there's something that you would like to hear about or know more about, just add it to the comments, message me privately if you want. You can always email me. It's a super easy email, lisa@datingyourdiet.ca, because I'm here in Canada. So datingyourdiet.ca, lisa@datingyourdiet.ca, or leave a comment here. I can't wait to see you next Thursday. So it's a week today at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I can't wait to see what you guys are looking forward to learning and knowing more about, or how I can best support you. So thank you so much. Again, please email me if you need anything, lisa@datingyourdiet.ca. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Oh, dry brushing. Yay. Okay. Maybe I'll do that one next. Okay. Bye. I will talk to you guys soon. Okay. Bye.